Hello, guys. Welcome back to That's So Danny. I am so excited to be uploading a new episode. It's been such an amazing experience, and I just want to say thank you all so much for it. If you guys could please subscribe and give us a like, give us a follow, rate us 5 stars, so that way we can continue to grow this platform. And by you doing that, really does help us grow our platform. It helps other platforms push our podcast to be out there. I would love that, and also please give us a follow on Instagram, on TikTok, at That's So Danny, and then you can also stream That's So Danny on YouTube. So for today's episode, we're gonna kind of be talking about pop culture slash kind of like things that I've been loving, movie recommendations, shows, like all that whole thing. But the first thing we gotta say, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna cry. But I love Taylor Swift, and all of my Taylor Swifty girls, we know she got married, which I'm so excited about that, because honestly, like, she deserves to be married. She deserves her husband. Like, after experiencing all those ugly ass men, like, she finally gets her happily ever after. So I just want to say congratulations to Taylor Swift. If you're listening to this, we love you here at That's So Danny. And to all my Swifty girlies, like, oh, like, we're so excited. And honestly, it's kind of been chilly. It's been kind of raining. So the current recommended song would be Cardigan by Taylor Swift. Like, that's such a good vibe. But also, like, Shake It, like, Shake is like one of my favorite songs. So both moods and vibes. So I kind of wanted to kind of go into like recommendations. I kind of do want to get spoiler alert, because I kind of will be talking, but I've been watching the show Bones. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Everyone's probably like, oh my god, Daniel, how have you not seen Bones? And I'm gonna be real with you, like, I'm Hispanic. I only have watched Rosa de Guadalupe and stuff like that, so I'm barely just watching it. I just want to say I love Bones. It is the best show I have seen in quite a while. I like the mystery. I love that it keeps you thinking. I love that it's just such a great show. And in my opinion, Bones, at least through season 4, has been... I mean, there's some parts where I'm like, kind of disagree. But I just love how, like, Dr. Brandon, like the main character, Bones, I like that she's very open about her, like, sexuality. That she's very, like, yeah, like, if I'm gonna have, like, a hookup, I'm gonna have a hookup. And, like, if I'm gonna be with this guy, I'm gonna be with this guy. And I like that in this show, they have that open conversation. And also, like, showing how, like, the second main lead guy, like, the main lead guy as well, like, he's a little bit more reserved about that. Because it's, like, I kind of like to see those roles reversed. I like to see that sometimes women are... Well, I like to see all the time, but, like, that a woman is very comfortable with her sexuality, and, because there are women who, feel that way. And so it's been, like, such a delightful thing to see, like, being, like, a woman, like, really embrace her body and her sexuality and try things too, and being like, hey, if I'm interested in a guy, like, I'm interested in, like, and so what? And, like, also kind of seeing, like, the second guy, like, kind of being, like, a little bit more, like, he's a little bit more, quote-unquote, conservative, but a little bit more emotional, a little bit more, like, I don't really like talking about like that. Like, it's a refresher. I mean, he's still a player, but I kind of like that he's still respectful towards Brennan, even though we all know he's obsessed with her. And that he's obsessed with her, and he's just super, like, oh my god, like, I love you, I want to be with you, and, like, stuff like that. But, like, I mean, that's more in the future. But I just been really happy with that, because it's, like, it's been such a good comfort show. And I like the story plot. Like, I like that, like, it's kind of moved around. I like that it's different scenarios. I like that there's just so much more movement, and it's not just one thing. It's been so refreshing. So yeah, that, I feel like, definitely recommendation. You have to watch it. Like, if you're like, I don't know what show to watch, like, this is the perfect show. Second thing I would definitely recommend, which I feel like everyone is, like, now talking about it, but I'm like, I've been knowing, is To All the Boys I Love. Oh my god, on Netflix. It's been my favorite series. I'm not even kidding you. There's 3 movies. I have seen each movie at least 5 times. That means I've watched, like, that is crazy. And I have read the book 3 times. All 3 books. Like, it is crazy. Like, they're so good. Like, I would definitely recommend To the Way to Love and, like, the whole trilogy. Like, it's so good. It's so amazing. Like, it's like, for my rom-com girlies, like, such a good movie. And then the second one would say my favorite second movie would have to be, like, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like, that's such a, like, kind of that type of vibe. Like, oh, it's so good. Like, it's been such an amazing movie. Like, I love her. And also, like, I feel like another romance movie that I would, I don't know if it's like 100 Dresses or something like that, but it's like about the girl that she's like, she works with her boss. She kind of falls in, like, she has a really big crush on him, but then he meets her sister, and then he falls in love with the sister. But then she's like, that's my man. But then the main lead, she like, has this other guy that likes her, but she's like, I'm not really into you. And then she falls in love, and then he does this whole, like, piece on her, and then she's like, you use me, like, all these things. That movie, I'll try to figure it out which one it is, but that has been my second favorite movie. Like, if you watch all those movies together with, like, romance night, oh, like, it would hit. And it's been such a good movie, and I've been obsessed with all of them. I would say, yeah, those have been my favorite movies, like, lately. Like, those are movies that I'm like, I could watch again. I feel like another good show that I think is so underrated, even though it is, like, well known, is Schitt's Creek. Like, it is such a good show. Sometimes when people don't know, I'm like, how do you not know Schitt's Creek? Like, it's such a good LGBTQIA plus show. But just in general, like, it's for everyone. And that's what I love about the show. It's, like, a very, like, sitcom, like, that just really talks about, like, how many, like, good things and how, like, the dynamic and just kind of, like, an overall, like, it talks a little bit about, like, like, parenting and, like, dynamic with your siblings and falling in love. And it has such a beautiful, like, behind meaning to everything. And I think one of my favorite scenes would be, like, when, like, kind of spoiler, but what's his face name? David is like, is like asked, like, what do you like? And he's like, I like the wine. I don't like, how does it go? Like, something like, oh, I don't like care about the label. I just like the wine. And it's like such a good reference where it's like, it's talking about like, I like what I like, and I'm okay with that, and I don't really care for the need to desire to explain that. And it's like such a good story because it's like many people relate to that. And and I always tell this to people, like, I think when it comes to sexuality, I think it's really hard and it's kind of complicated because I think there are certain things that you're attracted to, but that are maybe not, like, that are things that you still don't know and you're still adapting. And sometimes it's like you don't need to label yourself a certain way, or you don't have to be like a certain identification when it's like when you're discovering. And I think it's such a great show to me because of it. Like, it made me, like, I dated this guy that was pansexual, and so it was like, and then this other guy that was bisexual, and who was discovering, and who, when I watched the show, was like, when I had the situationship with the second guy, like, being like, hey, like, you don't have to label, like, like, if this is your first time with a guy, like, you don't have to be like, oh, like, I'm gay or I'm bi. It's like, no, being like, it's take your time, like, you don't have to, like, be anything, or you don't have to decide. You get to enjoy the experience, and if you're like, hey, like, maybe I don't want anything serious with you, that is fine, that is valid, just like you get to decide that. I do too. And I feel like it was a good balance, and I think it really just has a good open conversation of stuff like that, So that's been my favorite thing lately. I feel like I've just been such into Billie Eilish. Like, I know, like, everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's overrated, but she really isn't, because I feel like her music is just so unique and so amazing, so talented, that can be interpreted into many situations. And I kind of like that. Like, some of her songs can be interpreted like sad, but sometimes it can be like interpreted in like a good energy or confusion and like all of these emotions. And I love that. I love that it can be multi-use for it. I think that's such a test to her and Phineas's, like, adaptability to really be insightful but meaningful, or doing those things because that's what they feel within themselves, even if that they don't even know that, and so it's amazing to see that. and hear that. I feel like my song that I would definitely recommend, especially with everything going on, is Don't Smile by Sabrina Carpenter. That has been my go-to song, like 10 out of 10, which the song sounds like very like sad, but it really isn't. It's like I like that. Like the song just really talks about like, you know, forgiving yourself and being okay with your emotions and being like, you know, it's okay to cry because, you know, it's like cry because it's over because you're at a better spot and like I'm gonna cry, but it's like that's such a beautiful message. And it's like, you know, many of us have experienced or are experiencing that hardship, so it's like hearing that from her being like, not that she just not, it's like the fact that she understands it, but that she's like hey, like it's okay to feel like feelings, you know. Like I think a lot of people have, you know, have a lot of feelings and it's like grieving, and so it's like that's such a perfect song to really help you on your days that you're low or even if you're high, or when you're in that limbo where you're like, hey, I'm kind of like figuring it out, I'm still kind of like, you know, letting myself enjoy this experience. I'm just really uncomfortable because I've never have been in this position. And so I think that's a girl song, but that's also a song for anyone, and to really like just talks about like letting yourself be, feel your feelings. And I would definitely recommend that to anyone, especially like when, like I said, like if you're going through something or if you're not going through nothing and then you're just in that stage where, you know, like you get to choose peace over, you know, this, you know, if for a really long time you've just experienced hardships, you know. And so yeah, that's like my favorite song at the time. I think it just represents like all of those things and more. And like honestly, it's totally up to interpretation. But I would say also like something that I've been obsessed with is coffee, and just kind of like enjoying coffee in your own way and not needing to like, which kind of weird, but I feel like sometimes a lot of people are like, oh my god, like I see a nice coffee, so like I want to be a nice coffee girly, and it's like, no, if you like your hot coffee, like do your hot coffee, like, or if you like your iced coffee, like do your iced coffee, like do your coffees on your own way, even if it's a little bit weird to other people. Like do not care about that. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy those moments of luxury. Enjoy them. And I know that's such a weird tangent, but I feel like sometimes I used to be like, oh, like, I want to do this type of coffee because I see other people doing it. It's like, no, I kind of like doing my own coffee. I like being, like, a simple, basic girly that just likes good ingredients. Like, lately, I just been doing, like, I have a tea kettle, and I first will put, like, pour some cinnamon on my cup, and then I'll pour the water on top, and then, like, I mix it, and then I do my coffee. And it's been so yummy because it's, like, because of the sediments in the bottom, so then the water kind of like mixing together and it kind of sets that tone, and then you got your creamer, and it's such a nice sedimenty fall vibes, you know what I mean? And then I add like vanilla creamer, and it's such a simple drink, you know, that brings so much joy to me. And so yeah, it's been such a good, like, you know, just kind of tangent like that. But yeah, I feel like those are things that I've been loving: shows, coffees, and stuff like that. But I would say also one of my favorite, okay, also like kind of a tangent as well, one of my favorite brands that I think is really underrated is About Face by Halsey. Like it's such a good girl makeup, like a good natural soft makeup girly, or a medium to like even higher like full face. It is one of my favorite brands. Like if I had to get anything from their stuff, I would say I would definitely recommend their lip products. Like they have the most nicest like lip products for your lips that are actually hydrating, still giving you that glossy effect. Like I bought this scented one, and I was like, maybe I feel like it was too pink for my skin tone, and so I gave it to my sister, and she's like, this is my favorite like lip gloss. And it's like, and she is like low-key a hater, like, and she's my younger sister, so it makes total sense, but she's low-key like a hater. So I was like, oh, so the fact that she likes it says a lot, you know. And so it's been like her favorite product, and it's been mine too, because it's like anytime I feel my lips are dry but I still want that glossy effect, like I just buy the About Face. Like About Face is that girl, and she always has some good deals and amazing promotions, so definitely recommend it. I would say also like those just has been my favorite brand, like my new recent brand. I would also feel like also another recommendation. If you want like a cute, okay, my thing, this is the way I think. My thing is like I like a good pink, but I like a nude pink, but I don't like it when it's too pink, but I don't like when it's too opaque. And I like that, or like, when people get French tips, that pink, I love that type of pink, but I like to be it softer, but not like too soft where you can't see. If you feel that way and you're like, I want that type of pink, I would, and I feel like this type of pink kind of accommodates everyone's skin tones. But as an olive undertone girly, like it has been my favorite. Like it like reflects really, really well on my skin tone. And I like how natural and soft, and even if it cracks, like it should be still good to just kind of add like a little coat. Is Bare My Soul by OPI. It's been my favorite nail polish. Like, I love the gel version and I love the nail polish version. I just use polish a little bit more just because I feel like gel is too high maintenance for my personal feelings. And since I'm always like doing people's like hair, like my nails get stained, and so if I do gel, like they would be stained, and I don't like that. My OCD would not let me like just be like that. It would drive me insane. So yeah, so that will be everything for today's episode. It's a little bit on the shorter side, but honestly, I feel like I'm kind of obsessed with that. I've been liking to do a little bit more shorter episodes because it kind of gets to, we get to have different conversations, different topics, and then kind of move on to the next one, to the next one, and the next one. And then as time goes on, you guys can comment and see, like, maybe I kind of want to go, like, over more of these topics. So yeah, then guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. I had a lot of fun, and I've had fun with a lot of the other ones, but this one I'm like, oh my god, it's so fun. It's been such a girly girl episode, but also for anyone. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a good day, have a good weekend, and we will see you next week. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next Wednesday. And I'm so excited to be following up with every Wednesday doing an episode. I think it's a good amount where it's like halfway through my week, and it's been so fun. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the episode. Please give us a like, please give us a follow, please share our episode, and please share it with anyone. Honestly, we love hear you guys, and please comment down below like some of your favorite episodes. Follow us on Instagram at that's soDani, and I'll leave the link below. Give us a follow and be like, hey, like this is what I loved about the episode, because I want to hear or personal feedback. That would be amazing. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a good weekend. Bye.